All right, we're live. So there's a new recipe that I've made 3 times already, and today's gonna be the 4th time. It is a Hawaiian Butter Mochi cake type deal. So hang on, let me get the stream open up on my iPad here so I can monitor chat. If it ever decides to load, question mark. Hang on. I did get a new microphone. I'm pretty happy about it. I don't even know if it sent a notification to my Discord, honestly. Oh, hey, it's Juice. How's it going, Juice? We're cooking again, my guy. Okay, sweet. I'm pretty. Ooh, nice. We got the Vicception over here. Now I can see the chat on the iPad, which is gonna be sick because that's how I monitor chat. I was kind of hoping that I didn't finish my chai tea, but I did. So we're just gonna be subsiding on water. But while I'm just yabbering about, why don't I make myself useful and start collecting all the ingredients? Hey, Freshie. I'm sorry, I ate all of your mochi and all of your seaweed. However, I still got the mango for you here, so I'll drop it off one day. Send you something, you're starving? Well, actually here, I got something for you. This is what we're making today. If you could see that at all with the camera. But it's like custard-like consistency. However, it's springy and sticky like mochi. So that's what we're making. Pretty familiar with the recipe already, but I am just following a recipe that I found online. You know, I can't be that original, but I think I've memorized it well enough by now. So it's just mochi flour, or mochiko flour, or glutinous rice flour, or sweet rice flour. They're all pretty much the same thing. Don't use regular rice flour. The consistency will be totally off. It'll actually come out like a cake or a bread. You want to be using glutinous or sweet rice flour. So let's see, what else do I need here? Then we just have granulated sugar over here. Nothing special. Using some baking powder, pretty standard stuff. And then what else from the dries? Salt. And then I've got this Trader Joe's vanilla flavoring. I know it's not like vanilla extract, unfortunately, but you can only ask for so much, you know. Vanilla's expensive nowadays. Like, what do you expect me to do? All right, next thing you're gonna need is whole milk. Don't use 2%. You need the fats from the whole milk. And then eggs, as well as coconut milk. That's right. And I think with that, we got everything. So why don't we just start? Okay, I gotta make sure that the stream is actually working, so I'm gonna have it live with no audio on my laptop here. Oh, whoops. Turn the audio on by accident. How's the beer going? We're gonna take a specific gravity today. So this mochi cake takes about an hour to cook. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna be taking a specific gravity reading of that beer live. I already took one yesterday, and it was at what was it at? If you can understand my handwriting, 1.010-ish, somewhere around there. So if it's around the same, then we can safely start assuming that it's done fermenting. If it has changed at all, then we can very safely assume that it is still fermenting. However, the bubbler has stopped bubbling, so I think we're good for now. I don't know. My experience is that big, so let's get a nice big mixing bowl. And we're gonna make a enough for an 8 by 8 sheet. So 8 inches by 8 inches baking pan sheets thing. I'll show you right now. This deal. We're gonna fill this all up. Like, well, not all the way up, but like to there. So if we filled it to the top, then it would overflow. And we don't want that. That's not good. So let me point the camera down and you can see what I'm doing over here. I think we want to be using this surface over here for everything. So yeah, I've got some bottles over here for the beer. So I've got some 22-ounce bottles as well as a growler. Pretty nice, but I'm just gonna move them out of the way because I need to show y'all what I'm doing with my hands. And then let's see if we can get the camera a little bit closer. Oh, hi Miso. How's it going? You want some mochi cake? Oh, my charging cable is not long enough. Let's fix that. And then, probably could raise this up a little bit. There we go. It's always fun doing camera angles live. Peak content. All right. Miso, are you gonna behave? Are you gonna let me do my little cooking show thing without trying to attack my ankles? Please, I would much appreciate it. Oh, we also need butter. Hang on. We need like 60 grams of butter. So, the way that we're doing this is the recipe that's linked in the bottom of in the description, right? That is for a 18 by 9 baking sheet, so it's like double the volume of what we're dealing with. So I'm just having the recipe, and it works perfectly because it all just fits in our sheets. That's over there-ish. So we'll get started here. We need 225 grams of mochi flour. So this is just glutinous rice flour. You can find it at any Asian supply store or on Amazon. But thankfully, I found it in a local shop. I just ran out. So I'm gonna open up the second bag I got. Grab the scissors. And this stuff is very finely powdered. So you're gonna get a little plume of glutinous rice flour going up as you pour or stir this. All right. 164 grams. You know, I think I might bring the camera over here so you can see it from my point of view. Or I should just run to the store and grab a GoPro. What do you think? All right, we're at 225 grams. I'll bring the camera over here so you can see what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh. It's like when you close the bag, it's just psh. You get mochi flour going everywhere. Okay, let me move the camera. Oh, there's my trash and miso. Don't look at that. This is a very dignified cooking show, I assure you. I don't just leave trash laying around. All right, so you can probably see the readout there, 224 grams. I could have sworn it said 225 earlier, but it's just baking. It's not rocket science. And then you put another 225 grams in there of sugar. So I'm just using regular like granulated sugar here. Nothing too incredible. And I'm just getting this giant plume of mochi flour coming up into my face. I'm sure it's very healthy to inhale. 225, exactly. Very good eyeballing, Vic. And then the next step is going to be, oh, I think it's a teaspoon and a half, if I remember correctly. Here I've got half a teaspoon. Well, that's upside down for you guys. Half a teaspoon. But I think it's just a teaspoon and a half of the baking powder. However, we gotta cut that in half, so what are we gonna do here? This is gonna be like half a teaspoon plus like half a quarter teaspoon. So I'm gonna try to get a quarter teaspoon as well as I can here. I think that's about right. That looks about right. Again, not rocket science. It's just baking. Okay, and then for the rest of the dry ingredients, I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something. I really do feel like I'm missing something. Hang on. Let me check the recipe here. I'm gonna open up my own description and click on the recipe that I got there. Okay, so here we go. We've got butter mochi. Sugar, got it. Mochiko flour, got it. Baking powder, got it. Salt. That's right, the salt is behind me. That's why I forgot about that one. And that's it for the dries, for the dry ingredients. Okay. Oh. I'm losing myself in my iPad. There we go. What are y'all saying in chat? What does the flour taste like? Rice? That's a really good question. That's a really, really good question. And now you made me curious, so I'm gonna try a little bit. Ah! Okay. I got a little spoonful of it here. I'm gonna put on my hand, but I'm gonna make sure not to inhale it because it's just gonna get in all of my airways. But I think I'm just gonna lick it with my tongue. It tastes like flour. Sweet flour. It tastes like sweet flour. Oh, you know what? No, it actually does taste exactly like sticky rice. But I think it's a little bit more sweet than regular sticky rice. I think they add a little bit of sugar, although I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. So, now that we have all the dries weighed out here, I'm going to set this aside. Move the soap, please. I'm going to set that aside, and then let's figure out the wets. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little container to start melting the butter in. And you want to be careful because melted butter is extremely hot and it will cook eggs. So you want to try to put the melted butter in first and then the eggs in last so that the butter does not cook the eggs. And I made that mistake before, so that's how I know. So I'm just gonna grab 60 grams of butter here. And I think that's about right. Let's see what our guesstimate results in. That's half of what we need. Let's do another 47. I need another 13 grams. Seems about right. Yeah, 54. A little bit more. Can never get this right on the first try. Yeah, 58 is going to be good enough. So I'm just going to pop that in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time. And it's going to beep at me the entire time, but we're going to try to ignore the beeping. While I wash this butter off of my fingers, Oh, push cancel before it starts beeping and is really annoying. It hasn't melted at all. So I'm gonna go for another 10 seconds. I'm trying to avoid it from overheating and like popping up. You know, I don't want that. How does that look? No matter what I do, my microwave just beeps incessantly. Like, I can push the cancel button, I can open the door, no matter what. It will just continue beeping, and I can't mute the beeping either. It's so freaking annoying. And I live in an apartment, so it's not like I can replace the microwave or disable the beeper by, you know, putting a screw in it. So, go for another 10 seconds there, and I'll make sure to push the cancel before it starts the annoying beeps. Whoa, it did pop. It popped. It popped quite loudly. I don't know if you caught that on the microphone, but I'm gonna just start putting stuff away. Decluttering our space. Oh, I forgot about the butter. Or no, I forgot about the salt, that's what. So the salt, the original recipe calls for 2 teaspoons, I think. So I'm just gonna put in 1 teaspoon, you know, pretty simple math there. And then it also calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which I'm gonna put in 2 because I like vanilla. Vanilla tastes good. And too much vanilla never killed anybody. So, all right, we're done with the teaspoon. Put that away. It's kind of weird because you got like Inception going on with the iPad there. All right, that's it for our dries plus vanilla. We'll put that aside. The butter, how's the butter looking? It's looking like a mess because it just popped all over the place. It got my microwave all dirty. And we lost 3 grams. We lost 3 grams of butter. Oh, dude, that sucks. Oh well. I'm gonna mix that in a little bit. See how much we can get melted. Without heating it up too much. Everything is expensive these days. Yeah, that's true. Can't even afford a New York strip steak. Well, you know, that's your issue, Ryan. New York strip steak is kind of expensive. Meats is just generally expensive, so. Hey, Desto. Hey, not me. Hey, oh, it's Kami. Send me your microwave model and I'll read the manual for you. Yeah, you know what? I already did that actually. There is no mute function. I did Control F and everything. Like, it's really annoying. I can't pierce the beeper. It's a rental unit. Like it's part of the apartment, so I would be voiding my damage clause of the apartment rental agreement. What am I talking about? What am I even saying? I don't understand. I I can't damage the microwave. Cookception. How old am I? I am 24. 25 in August, so wish me a happy birthday in a couple months here. Let's try to make it so that you can't see the live stream. I don't know. I don't think I got it out of the way there. Oh, if we put it over here that is kind of at an angle and you can't really see it. How's that? That might be better. I mean, the butter's not quite melting. Still got some chunks in there. I'm just gonna pop it right back in the microwave again. I think this time probably doesn't need to go in there for 10 seconds, but oh well. I'm just glad I have a cover so it's not splattering all over the microwave. Okay, cook time, 10 seconds, start. See how that goes. If I hear a big pop, then I know it was too much. All right. Got it right before the beeping. I don't think it looks any more melted than it did before. I'm just gonna stir it and try to melt those extra little pieces in there. Oh, it's kind of working. Now, the recipe does say to use room temp eggs and room temp milk. And that's just so that you don't have the butter freezing back up again when you put in the mix, which could cause problems. Homogeneity problems. But you're also like, don't want the hot butter to come in contact with the eggs because then it'll cook the eggs. So it's kind of like a two-body problem right there of hot and cold. But I think we'll just set that aside on my countertop and it'll cool down a little bit so it's closer to room temp. But I think now we can start. I don't know, what can we start doing? We'll start putting stuff away. You know what? we'll put all the salt away. We'll put the baking powder away. And that's about it. I can't really put anything else away. Oh, I can put the vanilla away. How about that? That's it. That's all I can do. So it's gonna be, I can't remember if it's 1 cup or 2 cup of the milk. Oh my gosh, I'm already getting lost. All right, so we got, we're gonna do 2 eggs. So I'm gonna separate those out. 1 cup of whole milk. This is 1 cup. Put that there. 200 milliliters of coconut milk. This is already pre-portioned. And then I got the butter and I got the vanilla. So I think we're just gonna mix in the butter now. Where's my whisk? There's my whisk. Make sure that the dries are already mixed up, so I did not mix them up earlier. And we'll put in the butter. Oh. There we go. That's the butter added in. Let's go with the milk, or let's go with the coconut milk first. Oh my gosh, that's... Oh, I need to go Super Saiyan for this. Oh my gosh, okay. Woo! That was a bit much. Now, this is not sweetened canned. This was canned coconut milk. It's not sweetened. It smells like a little bit like cat food or dog food. I read on Reddit that that's normal. It doesn't smell great. And I opened it yesterday, so it turned out all right. What are y'all saying in chat there? You look 20 and sound 40. You know, it's all the chain smoking, my guy. I'm kidding, I don't chain smoke. It's just called... I don't know what it is, honestly. I think I have a pretty normal voice for being my age. Okay, Freshie, you don't need to lambaste me in chat for being older than you. I apologize for being the eldest brother of the three. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Fishy. My birthday is on the latter end of August. I don't want to give out the exact date, but... You've been dethroned as first place. Yeah, Juice, get on the grind, man. You can't get dethroned. You are the moderator after all. That's not a cup. That's a lid. Okay, 1 cup of milk. And then we'll know if we messed up in a bit, so... Oh my gosh, it's all... it's all in the whisk. How's it going, Glistu? Welcome to another stream. I'm going to be checking the specific gravity of that beer that I made last week today while this is cooking, while it's baking. I might have 2 streams online right now. Oh, let me investigate that. I shouldn't have 2 streams. That's really odd. Let's take a look. What are y'all's plans for the weekend here? I know it's a little bit early on a Friday. A lot of people are still at work, unfortunately. But it's never too early to think about what you're planning for this weekend. Let me take a look here. So content, live. No, I only have 1 stream going. That's interesting. Yeah. I only have 1 stream going, so I don't know what you're talking about, man. Oh, chat works for you now. Okay, yeah. Juice, I feel like you always have a lot of issues on your end, and then you rope me into it, and then you're like, oh no, I just refreshed the page. It works now. Okay, so I have this ball of just like flour inside of the whisk. I'm trying to get that out. Now, all the previous times that I made this recipe, I did use pre-sweetened coconut milk, so it didn't smell like cat food. This entire mix smells like cat food. And not like the dry cat food, it smells like wet cat food, which is worse, in case you don't have a cat or a dog and can't relate. Alright, I got it all out of there. Let's mix it up. And then we're still missing the eggs, so I'll be adding those in shortly here. But I don't see any, like, butter floating up to the top there, so... Seems pretty good. I think we did the correct steps here. Or the steps in correct order here. It's Saturday for you, Desto. Well, welcome. Are you in Europe or Asia? Your degree plan has you doing summer school, so working on a few research projects all weekend. Well, that sounds delightfully fun. Hopefully it's something interesting, honestly. Hopefully the professors don't have you working on just some like busy work. You're in Asia. Dang. I've got a friend in Thailand that's been trying to get me to go visit him for the longest time. But when I was working full time, I was looking at tickets, and it's just, it's Thailand. Like, it's at least like an 18-hour flight from Minneapolis, and like $1,000 if you find like a normal priced one. It's $1,000. However, you can find them like for $800 maybe if you do some hacking. I don't mean like hack into the mainframe hacking. I mean like deal hacking, like looking for deals by doing one-ways and connecting them. I found that a good port of exit from the United States to Asia is generally like Houston. I think Houston was one of the good ones, or I think LAX was a little bit more expensive. But if I can avoid LAX altogether, I will be happy for that, because LAX is a mess of an airport. Okay, I'm gonna whip up the eggs here. Get this milk out of the shot. But yeah, I have a friend in Thailand. He's been trying to get me to go visit him. So that's on my list now. But I will be in Spain for about a month, starting end of September, all the way through end of October. So hopefully I can get some content, like, I don't know, like travel vlogging done while I'm over there. Now that I got fancy mics. See this? Have you seen this yet? Check out that mic. So fancy. I barely had to do any tuning either, and it sounds pretty decent. Like, I know it doesn't sound fantastic. Probably could sound better, but that's alright. You can get a lot better results when you're doing post-processing, but if you're doing like live audio editing, it generally doesn't, you don't have the same freedoms, because all of your processing is real time. But if you're doing it like in post, then you can do a lot more complex algorithms on your audio. All right, hang on. Let me grab a fork. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's not completely homogeneous, but I think we can fix that. I just realized that I had my headphones on this entire time. I just took them off. I'm not using them anymore. Am I making pretzels to go with my beer? No. No, that's a really good idea. But that won't be for another week or so. I'll be gone this weekend. I'll be out of town at a friend's cabin. So I won't be able to do anything with the beer until I'm back. And then yesterday I took a specific gravity reading. It was at 1.01, I think. I think that was the reading, 1.01. And then tomorrow, or today, I guess today is tomorrow in terms of yesterday. Today I'll be taking another reading while this is in the oven. So I'll be presenting that live. And if the number hasn't changed, then we are set for a third reading, and then we can start bottling if it hasn't changed in the third reading. But the third reading is going to have to wait until I get back from the cabin. I just hope that the beer's okay. I'm going to start preheating the oven here. So we're going to set it for 53 minutes at 350 degrees. Start. Yep. That's all we need. 2 buttons. Super easy. And then I am going to pass this through a sieve. Make sure that there's no clumps in there. As we transfer it into the baking tray. But that's our mix done. It's pretty easy. It's a super easy recipe. There's nothing complex about it, really. Just a really easy little cake. And I'll show you what the final product looks like in a sec, because I already have another dish actually. I'm going to be bringing this over to the cabin to share with the friends. So, there's that. Oh, I need the whisk actually. Break up any clumps that we got in there. Oh, we got a lot of little clumpy clumps there. What is that? I hope that's not butter. Let's see if we can break it up as much as possible while the oven is preheating. I don't know what that is. I got the same stuff in my previous batch too. I think it's all just butter, unfortunately. I gotta be better with my temperature control, honestly. Alright, I think we're getting it down pretty nicely here. But I'm just going to call it quits when the oven is ready. Yeah, look at that. That's so much less. I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. Just mix it a little bit here. Okay. That's ready to go in the oven. Sweet. Beautiful. It smells like cat food. So good. All right. Let's do a little long shot here. Oh, that's the oven. The oven's ready. Let me get an oven shot, actually. I'm looking at the monitor there. Oh man, there we go. I've got like a proper big sized oven, but this is just easier. You see how fast it heated up? The big oven probably wouldn't have been ready in time. The preheating is just ridiculously fast. All right, there we go. That's it. Easy. Okay, so now we are going to be doing specific gravity readings on the beer. Oh man, it's a lot of camera movement. So I'm going to clean up the kitchen a little bit, and then I'll take the beer out of its hiding spot. Oh boy. So this tiny little sliver of butter can go away. We'll put the eggs away. The eggshells, I mean. And I'm just going to start putting stuff in the dishwasher here. I want to make sure that the counters are as clean as possible before I take the beer out, because I don't want to risk any contamination. Have I thought about a name for my beer? Not yet, so I'm going to ask chat. So, I'm trying to think of a name for my beer. So I guess the brand name is going to be Vic's Homebrew. Vic's Homebrew. And then we need a name for the beer. and then it's going to be cream ale for the type of beer. So Vic's Homebrew, name, cream ale. And I don't know, it's my first brew, so, and I'm planning to do a couple other different cream ales as well. This one doesn't really have any particular flavor, so, I don't know, Freshie recommended original. And I think that's kind of fitting actually, but I do want a little bit of personality in the name. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Man, can't even afford beer in here? What do you mean? Just make your own beer, man. Desto. If you can't afford beer, make your own. Speaking of which, did your fermentation kick off okay? Yeah, it did. It was bubbling. I sent a little video of the bubbling in the Discord server. So if you're curious to see that, then check out pictures. It's probably buried. That was maybe like 5 days ago now. So, since when do pretzels go with beer? Always, ever since Oktoberfest. Once it's stable, then just give it another week before bottling. Yeah. How much beer is there? There's 5 gallons of beer. So I don't know how many liters that is, but it's a lot of beer. I'll show you in a sec. And then, yeah, so if you're Desto, if you're curious for the price, the kit was I think it was like 120 bucks, but you could definitely get it cheaper. I went to a local shop. So if you are shopping online, then you could definitely do some budget conscious and deal finds on there. And then I did get like a pre-mix kit. It was SPA Cream Ale was the name of it. And it just came with a liquid malt extract and LME, some grains, a priming sugar, yeast, that kind of stuff, and that was 33 bucks. But if you source all that stuff yourself, you can probably get it cheaper as well. So, and then that's to make 5 gallons, like, that's pretty good. And then you also need a couple other things too. I would recommend you get this stuff, which is a sanitizer, Star San. I think this is 16 ounces. I think it went for like, I don't know, like 17 bucks on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. And then that goes such a long way because you're mixing it at a 1 to 640 ratio, Star San to water. So yeah, you can make your money go very far home brewing if you're able to reliably make pretty good beer, drinkable beer. Vic's Homebrew Thick, Tasty, Delicious Cream Ale. Ooh, yuck. Flurbenhergen Creamy Ale. Let's see. Put that whole bowl in bigger bowl with hot, warm water. Will melt. Butter will melt without baking. Ah, yeah. Probably should have done that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna continue cleaning up here. Stop letting me get distracted, and I will take out the 5-gallon bucket, and we'll start taking a specific gravity reading here. So. Just gonna clean up super quick. Oh. And the big bowl I'm not going to toss in the dishwasher. I'm going to clean by hand. It just takes up too much space. 5 gallons is 18 liters. Good to know, good to know. It's more expensive than your rent. How much do you pay for rent? I'm really curious, actually. Well, actually, Desto, since you're in Asia, you might be able to get things even cheaper over there. Because I'm referencing everything based on an American market. So, but I'm actually really curious what your rent is like, because I may become a digital nomad in the future. Who knows? All right. Oh, hang on. There's some soap left. And then here's that jizz jar, so I didn't say that. In case grandma's watching. I meant coconut milk. And that's gonna go in the microwave. Or not the microwave, what am I talking about? The dishwasher. The other machine. All right, what's next? I think I just wiped down the counters and I bust out the 5-gallon bucket. That's about it. So, well, no, I wiped down the counters, I sanitized, then I bust out the 5-gallon bucket. So, we'll do that. Oh, the milk needs to go away. Can't forget about that. There we go. Let's move my iPad away. Oh, there we go. So you know what you know how guys and girls kind of plan events differently? Guys just kind of go with the flow, and then girls know every single detail about everything. That's the epitome of me for this weekend. All I know is an address, and all I know is about what time my friends are arriving, and all I know is that it's about 2 hours away. I don't know how many nights we're spending there. I'm assuming might be 2, but it could also be 1 night. I know that we're going to be swimming. I don't know what the lake is like. I don't know anything, really. I don't even know the full guest list. I don't even know all of everybody that is going. So, yeah, that's the epitome of guy planning. It's like when a guy tells his mate that, hey, I got engaged. And that's the entirety of the news. Nothing else is communicated. So not oh, where'd you get engaged? Or, how did you ask the question? Did you film it? Whatever. When's the wedding? All that stuff. But it's just, oh yeah, my mate got engaged. And you start to realize how bad it is once you start getting questioned secondhand, all of those questions. And they're oh, wow, maybe our communication skills are just really bad. So that's something that I'm trying to work on, but it hasn't come to fruition for this weekend specifically. I am just gonna go with the flow this time. Take my ring off, and then bust out the Star Sand. Start spraying like crazy over here. This is gonna be my work surface. But yeah, I think 2 swimsuits should do. I think maybe 3 shirts. Should I bring a pillow? I don't know. He says that we'll have beds or cots to sleep in, but I don't know if he's gonna have enough pillows, so we'll find out. We'll find out. All right, beer time. Oh boy. What are we at? It says 72 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius. I think that's pretty good. That's within the range. So the range is 68 to 75. Oh, that's a big bucket. Base for scale. I don't have a banana, so apologies. But yeah, this is my beer. It's filled up to about here. So 5 gallons exactly. How do I open this? I did it last night and it was a pain in the butt. It was so painful. Because the lid is on airtight. Just gonna sanitize my hands. I'm gonna use the same cloth that I used to wipe down the counter with the sanitizer to get my arms as well. Because I know as I'm opening up the lid of this bucket, I'm gonna touch it with my arm inadvertently. So, oh my gosh. I can't do that. Because this is gonna start leaking water in there. And this is also like a pain in the butt to remove. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, it's not as bad as last time actually. So the airlock's out. I'm gonna have to re-sanitize that for sure. This is the part where my arms touch. But it's just like a super tight fit on there. I'll try not to talk over it, because I don't want to spit into the bucket, of course. Oh boy. Okay. There's the lid. It smells like beer. Kind of like beer syrup. It's really odd. Let me get a close-up shot of that. It looks super gross because you got all that yeast in there. And I don't think I did a really good job of filtering the hops out. But I'll bring it closer so you can kind of see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks uber gross, but that's all right. I'm actually going to move the camera over to the other side so that you guys can see. What I'm doing is I take the SG rating. This is always awkward because I'm left-handed and I don't really have a lot of space on the left, unfortunately. And the tripod's always in the way. So, I think we're just going to do that. And then these lights are LEDs, so I'm not too worried about UV. Let me grab our gravometer. What is it called? Hygrometer? That's the name of it. Hydrometer. Here's that. Gonna sanitize it. It's already cleaned from when I last used it. And then I'm gonna very healthily sanitize the hand that's gonna be going near the liquid beer. What are y'all saying in there? Keep that counter sterilized. Yeah. Well, if this trip is shorter than 3 days, just get 3 underwear in case of shitting the pants every day and clothes. Yeah, generally I switch my underwear every day. I'm a very stinky man. A very stinky man. Different shirts, different underwear every day. Which I think is like basic hygiene. Because, you know, it doesn't matter what you're doing throughout the day, you're always going to sweat a little bit, and that generates stink. So, especially where your body heat is the highest, which is around the groin area, in the armpits. This is such a weird topic to be talking about. So I just stick the hygrometer in there, or hydrometer, and it floats perfectly. I don't need to worry about it falling over. Oh my gosh, please turn the correct way so I can read what the reading is, please. Wow. It did change. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we're at the line, the small line right above the 10 mark right here. What does that mean? What does that mean? So it's 1.009? No, because that's 5. So 1.008. I think that's what the reading is. So it changed by 0.002 in the last 24 hours. Delightful. All right. I'm going to rinse off the lid and then rehydrate it or re-sanitize it before putting this back away. And then I'll take notes as well, of course, of what the reading was. Okay. Make sure we're not having any excess of the star sand. And we're just going to pop this back on. Oh boy. Now, I was told that on this weekend cabin getaway there will be girls. However, I do believe it's just the girlfriends that of my friends that I've known for like years. So unless they decide to bring friends, then there might be some new people. But I mean, as I said before, I don't even know the full guest list. So one of my buddies is watching the stream. Please educate me. I should ask in the Snapchat group, but like, that's too much work, honestly. Just going with the flow. So, all right. So I'm gonna pop this on. That's cleaned. I'm gonna pop this in. Okay. Put that on there. I'm gonna fill it up with water. Don't need a lot. And then, oh, it's gonna be doing like the whole running down the glass type thing. So let's watch out for that. Yeah, there we go. To the line, perfect. And then let's get the cap cleaned. Very good. Okay. Nice. All set up. And I'll put that back in its nice dark spot after I take a note here of the reading that we got. So today is the 20th of June, unless you're in Asia. It's 1.008. Oh my gosh, I already. Specific gravity, 1.008. And this is at 1610, 20th June 2025. Apparently I time traveled because I wrote 2026 on the previous entry. Very interesting. There we go. So the value is still going down. I don't know why, because it's not bubbling, but oh well. We'll taste it later. All right, let's put that back in and then let's put it back in the dark spot and we'll resume with the cake, which I think, ooh, you can see. Make sure the phone is in there all the way. Oh, how about that? There, that's a good kitchen shot. Ah, my foot. Okay. This has to go back in. Ooh, big heavy, big heavy, big heavy, big heavy. Remember, kids, lift with your back and not your legs. Be OSHA safe. I'm joking, of course. Use your legs, please. Don't hurt yourselves. And we'll put our little thermometer strip here. Oh, please don't fall over. Not conducive to a good beer. There we go. All right. Set. We're all good. I wasn't able to check chat this entire time. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying to me? Keep that counter sterilized. Just turn them inside out. Bro, I'm not gonna turn the underwear inside out. You can't go forwards, backwards, inside out, forwards, backwards, you know? It's just, it doesn't work that way. I wonder if beer brewing is all that different from winemaking. Use juice from the store and put sugar and yeast into the container and then burp the container every day. Hasn't failed you yet. Oh, you're making Pruno, right? No, because Pruno doesn't use yeast, that uses different bacteria. Are you just making juice wine? How do you stabilize the fermentation after you get to the desired specific gravity? Or you don't even measure it? Yeah, making beer is not illegal at all, at least in the US. I don't know about other countries, but it seems like in your country it's not either. Yeah, you can totally, like, even if you're under 21, you can buy all of the equipment to make beer and all the ingredients, make the beer. Well, I don't know if the making beer part is allowed, but yeah, it's not illegal to like buy all the ingredients and the equipment. I'm looking for the box right now so I can reference what the expected final gravity is. Oh boy. Yeah. We've totally passed that expected final gravity. You see that? 0.1 to 0.14. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is where my lack of experience bites me in the butt. But I mean, I can't bottle it today. I gotta leave in like 2 hours or 1 hour, so. You do it by cold crashing, okay. You use baker's yeast, whoa. Pomegranate juice. You use cold crashing to stabilize the fermentation, I see. If it's not allowed to make it before 21, then you could just age it until you are 21. Oh, it's just gonna be a drier beer, that's what it is. Well, it's alright. I can like always back sweeten it. Well, it's not mead, but you can always back sweeten it, whatever. It's just, it's something to figure out, I guess. I can split it up into I can split up like, oh, where did my growler go? Oh, here it is. I can split up a little bit into here and try doing like a post-infusion or something with back sweetening and, although I don't want it to explode on me. I'm adding more sugar. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh yeah, that's true. No, the US is weird with its 21 years freaking age. All right, we still got 27 minutes on the cake. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the time. I guess put this away because it is a piece of fragile glass. I don't think back sweetening is a thing with beer. That's pretty fair. I don't think it is a thing either. I would love to make like barley wine. Something just super high ABV, but also like super dangerous at the same time because it's sweet enough that you don't even notice the alcohol. All right. Yeah, what do you want to do for another half hour? Oh, right, I was going to show you what the finished product looks like. So let me grab that. You can check it out. Oh, hang on. Probably should use the little zoom feature that I have here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, a little zoomy zoom. That's what the final product looks like. And it's super squishy. I'm gonna get a piece out here. It is sufficiently sticky too. Oh man. I did pre-cut it, so, but it's not like brownies where they just come out super easy. So that was actually pretty easy. This one was an easy piece to take out. Let me, oh yeah, there. If I can find the camera. Super squishy. I'm just manhandling this. And this is actually one of the softer ones that I made. I mean, I think it's because I prematurely cooked the eggs when I mixed in the super hot scalding butter. Oh, not high enough. There we go. It doesn't taste like cat food, which is great. Despite what the mix smells like. Pretty dang good. I'm happy with it. I've already eaten like half of the cake. So it's like half gone. And I made this last night. Probably not good for my blood sugar, but I'm not diabetic, I'm just tracking it. I'm probably gonna get a notification on my phone that my blood sugar is spiking. Oh boy. I have to eat something healthy now. Damn it. Do I have anything green in the fridge that I can quickly eat to counterbalance all this sugar I just consumed? Let's take a look. Oh, you can't even see. There we go. Take a look. So, I do have something green right here. Oh, what could this be? That's very green. Look at that. It's a beer. Wow. Okay, maybe not that. So, oh, I do have some. I can make myself a salad. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Hype. Okay. What else? What else do I need for a salad? Oh, sick. I have an orange? Bro, I have bell pepper and a tomato. I'm gonna have to use that when I get back home. Okay. Cool. We're gonna make a salad right now to counterbalance all the sugar I'm consuming. And I would also like to make an espresso, so let's do that. All right, Desto, have a good meal, man. Don't think back sweetening is a thing with beer. You can make Star Factory video for waiting. Yeah, that's true. I should be working on the Star Factory video. It's just the editing is such a freaking grind, man. And it doesn't make sense for me to hire an editor. I'm just not making that much money right now. The cake looks really good. It's making you impatient about the banana bread in your oven. Damn, you're left leaning. You're making a banana bread right now too? Ooh. I have actually never made banana bread, but that just sounds delightful. Do I know what cat food tastes like? No. Oh, you can't even see me. I do not know what cat food tastes like. I can imagine what it tastes like based on what it smells like. So, yeah. You know the taste of whatever you smell. Yeah, juice. That's what I'm getting at. You put it really succinctly. Yeah, shampoo smells tasty, but it does taste bad. Whoa. Okay. Eat a tomato alone, tasty. Eat a tomato as if it were an apple. Okay, why not? It's a big tomato too, so I'll show you. Face comparison check. Am I as red as a tomato? I don't know. Some people tell me I am. So it's a pretty big freaking tomato. Look at that. It's as big as my head. Now, get a little bit closer. But now it's bigger than my head. Okay. But eat it like an apple. Sure. Who in chat doesn't like tomatoes? Ow. Sprinkle with a little bit of salt. Yeah. Always salt your tomatoes. I'm gonna take a bite out of it and then I'm gonna actually chop up the rest of it like a sane person. After I wash it off. I just scratched a crap on my pinky earlier on my cupboard. I should put this cake away. It's just sitting right in front of me. I'm gonna put it away before I get too tempted. All right, that's gone. I don't know if you can see it from here. That looks pretty good. That looks very different from the one that I made last night. All right, tomato. Ah, it's gonna like squirt all over me. That's what he said. How big of a bite should I take? Mmm. Oh, so good. Why are tomatoes so good? I can't get over it. This one is just especially good. It's so oh, it's juicy. It's sweet. Man. Bring the camera down. See me chopping. Do a little zoom action there. Maybe you don't want to say the sink so much. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna get a little salad bowl. And I think this would be a very good mix with just a little bit of the, oh, what is it called? The orange that we have here. I'm glad I caught the greens today because they're starting to go a little limp. There really isn't too much. It's a pretty low amount, so I'm just gonna supplement with the tomato and the orange and the carrots that I have. So, got this. My mom, grandmother, and brother were here for all of last week. So they were using my kitchen as a commercial kitchen, basically, feeding all of us. And they bought a lot of, just random stuff, random produce. I just don't want any of it to go bad. Because it's all healthy. And I should be eating it. All right. Oh, what's the best way to dice a tomato? Probably should do half cut here. Oh, shoot. How do I do this? I'm just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it. Got a really bad angle. Hang on. Okay. It's gonna get very messy. Oh yeah, I have a really nice cutting board. Why am I using this one? I've already started using it, so I might as well finish, but I got a really nice wooden cutting board while I've been offline, so. Oh my gosh. This is a little bit more than I can handle in terms of messiness. It's gonna be a tomato salad. That's a lot of tomato. Be a very tomatoey salad. I think we should do like a half cut here. Like that. Ooh. Don't want it sticking to the knife. Ah! Totally slipped. I apologize for my knife skills. It's so bad. Every single person that has a modicum of chef skill in the chat is gonna be like, the hell is this kid doing? All right. Yeah, my cutting board is like soaked with tomato juice right now. There we go. Bro, onions are the best thing ever created by Mother Nature. Onions are so freaking good. Now, raw onions, not great, but why did I do my what did I just do? You're supposed to peel the orange before you. All right, I'm gonna figure this out. Hang on. Let me think about this. Because clearly I wasn't thinking. Oh, this orange has seeds in it. That's not something you see very often these days. At least in the US of A. Seeds are intellectual property nowadays. They're all copyrighted. Plants' genomes are copyrighted. It's like if a farmer has a copyrighted seed float into his farm that he doesn't have a license for, he'll get sued by like whatever company owns the copyright. It's really crappy. Wow, I think I prefer navel oranges. They come apart a lot easier. Or maybe I'm just like massacring this orange for no reason. Yeah. Taste test, actually. That's a very good orange. I take everything back. It's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Naranja. Yes, naranjas. My grandmother, she used to live in Costa Rica. And every day we'd go on these nature walks, which I was too young to appreciate at the time. But we'd always pass by the little local orange grove, and we would steal oranges. It was the best part of the walk, honestly. Stealing the super juicy, fresh blood oranges from the local orange grove every single day, too. Sometimes it would be not oranges, but it would be grapefruit. And if you're from the US, then you know that grapefruit is kind of like love-hate because it's just so freaking tart. These grapefruit were so sweet, and the tartness was like the background flavor. It was incredible. It was so good. Yeah, but my grandma, she doesn't live in Costa Rica anymore, so all that's just like relegated to the memory banks nowadays. She lives in Spain again. She was in Costa Rica for like 10 years. So we would just go visit her during the summers. My parents would like drop us off over there. And we'd just stay with grandma for months. But it was great. We spent a lot of time outside touching grass. Played RuneScape on 10 kilobits internet. And this is back in like 08, 2010. It was a long, long time ago. I think it was during like Runes. It was. What are we on like? What are we on now? Like RuneScape 3? Oh, I played a little bit of Dwarf Fortress too. But yeah, this was before like old school RuneScape came out. Um, so there was only one version of RuneScape at the time. And I think it was like RuneScape 2 at the time. Well, yeah, that is what old school RuneScape is. Old school RuneScape is RuneScape 2. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody fact checked me. You got a few citrus trees by your residence too. A lemon and orange tree are so close to each other they sometimes crossbreed. And it's a bit of a gamble which is a lemon and which one's an orange. Oh man. You know, that would make a very interesting lemonade. I feel like lemon and orange would go super well together in a like a lemon orange aid. Well, at that point, it'd just be like a citrus juice, you know? But it'd be a little bit sweeter because you're able to cut the tartness of the lemon with the sweetness of the orange. All right, so that's my salad. That's all done. I think it deserves a little bit of salt. Remember last week how my salt shaker broke? Actually, I don't know. I think that was after the stream, actually. I don't know. But I got a new salt shaker, and it's really nice. Or salt grinder, I guess. It's from IKEA. It's just pretty simple. It was a couple bucks, so worth it. And I got like a giant bag of Himalayan sea salt. Alrighty. I'll see you at the table. Oh boy. Whoa, you could see yourself there. Right there. Something like that. That's pretty good. Bring it down. Yeah, and I'll move the laptop out of the way. That's just where I'm gonna sit. You got 5 minutes left on the cake, so I'm just gonna eat this super quick. Oh boy. It's a lot of, it's like 50% tomato. I would have added avocado, but I don't have any left. Should have used one of my big mixing bowls for this. It's just a lot of freaking tomato. This forkful, completely tomato. I do enjoy tomato. Juice, stop spamming chat, man. Are you calling me insane for eating tomatoes like apples? Yes, I am. Usually, in Mexico's hats, we don't do that. Usually we eat tomatoes not like apples. Wait, what does that mean then? More like French cooking, you know? I don't think the French eat them like apples either, actually. They might. I'm not gonna think about it too hard, actually. I'll hurt my brain. Grandma's watching? Hi, Grandma. Hey, Nana, how's it going? Mm. Mm. Oh boy. There's a lot of tomato. Oh, left leaning. What's your favorite dish to make? Cause I just started doing like Indian food, but before I was all about that French cooking. So I'd like to really get into the Mexican food. Got a little piece of dust going in my salad. So please share dishes, and I will live stream them. I've made empanadas in the past, but these were like Chilean or Argentinian style. I know they're not Mexican, but it's close enough, right? Completely different continents. Whoa. The seed copyright is one of the reasons why Haiti refuses seed and food aid from the IMF. That's weird. Just eat fiber? Yeah, there's a lot of fiber in here. I think there's a lot of fiber in here. Do tomatoes have a lot of fiber? I don't know, but spinach does. Spinach has a good amount of fiber. I can't even eat right, there's so much tomato. I need like a spoon. Hang on. Because the tomato's just flying off of the fork. Well, you know, what if I stab it instead of trying to scoop it? How about that? I could just try stabbing it. Oh, that works so well. I'm so stupid. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I tried to follow the knife advice. And sometimes I just fall back into bad habits. Um, Especially when I'm trying to cut stuff that's getting away from me. Like all of this tomato. Polish Bigos is good. Ooh, chiles rellenos. I'll have to try. Oh, enchiladas verdes. Gorditas de chicharrón. Rellenas de lechuga. Pozole rojo. Okay. Juice, send me recommendation, like DM me stuff because I can't take notes right now. All of my devices are in use. Oh shoot. The cake's almost ready. Dang, okay. Look at that. It's gonna collapse, but like, jeez. Okay, stop. I get it. You don't need to beep so much. One of my pet peeves, like beeping ovens. Oh, look at it. It's jiggly too. It's so jiggly. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna let it sit for a bit. It is tilted at the moment, so maybe not, but like, if I drag it out more, it's not tilted. There we go. Yeah, that's it. And of course you gotta let it cool because if you cut into it before it cools, then it's gonna just be super sticky. But let me see if I can get you closer. Yeah. That looks really good. Oh man. Oh, we did it. That's the entire point of this live stream, so I don't know what. I think I'll just like hang out and finish my salad. I don't know. Oh man. Hey, how's it going? Oof. All right. Yeah, so thanks for cooking with me. That was pretty good. It was a a Hawaiian butter mochi dish. And yeah, no, this is the fourth one I made, so I love it. It's great. Try it on your own. If you can't find mochi flour, like Amazon has it, just look up Mochiko, Mochiko, or that's like the name brand flour, or you could always just go with a glutinous rice flour or a sweet rice flour. They're all interchangeable. They're all the same thing. So yeah. And then I think coconut milk is the other ingredient that you need to find, but you can, that's a lot more common than like mochiko flour. So yeah, that's about it. Let me read chats before I log off for the day. Whoa, we got a lot of chats going. Uh, ooh, okay. Pozole is seasonal though. It's seasonal if you're a coward. Yeah, I'm gonna eat pozole any month of the year that I want. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not a reverence like that. Um, how do you even pronounce that? That Czech? Is that Polish Czech dish? Shvik Shvikova. Zvikova. Is a dish that consists of dumplings, fine part of beef, creamy sauce made of root vegetables. That sounds really good. Super savory too. And you add whipped cream on top? Really? Whoa. Thanks, GS, man. I think it's just because I have really bad editing hygiene, so I tend to not be very. Um, I don't like editing necessarily. I mean, it's fun at times, but it's really tedious too. So I think that's the main issue that I run into. But thank you. Hey Desto, welcome back. Too bad I'm ending it right now. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna be bringing that dish, that mochi cake, to the cabin. So maybe I'll send some extra photos or videos of my friends eating it in the Discord. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, but that's about it. Cheers, guys. Have a good day. And have a good weekend. Like, take care of yourselves, please.